Welcome back to Colorado and Company, helping our young people become tuned in to tough environmental issues and allowing them to be part of the solutions. That's what Earth Force is all about. And with more, I have Vice President of Operations, Sarah Pacheco. Welcome, Sarah.
Thanks, Denise.
First off, tell me a little bit about Earth Force. What is it?
Sure. So Earth Force is actually an international 501c3 nonprofit headquartered here in Denver. And we work to engage young people as active citizens who improve the environment and their communities now and in the future.
And how exactly do you do that? How do you get those young people involved?
Yeah, so what we do is we work with young people to provide hands-on real-world opportunities that give them a chance to build civic skills, STEM knowledge, and the environmental motivation to become lifelong leaders in addressing community issues. So young people actually get to design and implement projects that address environmental matters that they care about.
I love that you do this. As a mom of 2 teenage boys, I really encourage them to always get involved in the community. And they love nature, that's for sure. So Earth Force is working with Colorado River Watch. How so?
So River Watch is a new partnership for us, and their mission actually beautifully complements what we're doing. And so River Watch works with 130 groups across the state of Colorado. And what they do is the groups go out and they collect water quality data. And that data then becomes what is used in Clean Water Act hearings, it's used by academics, it's used by private industry. And then they take that data, and they're able to make smart decisions about what our water standards should be in the state of Colorado.
My goodness, that seems like a really big project.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. But how does Colorado River Watch then work with the young people at Earth Force?
So actually, most of the River Watch groups are middle and high school students. And so they commit to doing this project for at least a year, although most of the schools have been in the program for 12 years and some as long as 25. And so they go out every month and they collect their water samples. They send the water in, and it's processed by a Colorado Parks and Wildlife lab to test for heavy metals. But the youth, with their own samples, they test the river's temperature, the pH, the alkalinity, the hardness, the dissolved oxygen levels. Wow. And then that data is validated by the River Watch staff and uploaded for public use.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
Can you give me any takeaway from the children? Like, what do they walk away with? What kind of impact have you seen this make for them?
So one of the unique parts about what we do is really a focus on civic engagement. And so not just that the students are learning the environmental information, but they're learning how to take that information and address the civic leaders, address the decision makers, so that they are learning how to create policy and practice change in their communities, not just changing what they specifically are doing, but creating larger systemic change.
So it's certainly helping the children, but what do the partners like River Watch, what do they get out of it and take away from it?
So they collect the data, and so that data is then used across the state. And so they serve a really important function in making sure that when policymakers are making decisions about, say, what level of silver is appropriate in our rivers, they have strong objective data on which to base those decisions.
How do you think involvement in Earth Force actually impacts our children in the long run?
Yeah, so actually at Earth Force, we've been evaluating our programs for 20 years, and we have found that when young people have an opportunity to influence decision makers early in their lives, they're much more likely to remain active citizens throughout the rest of their lives. And so we found that students, after going through our program, 83% of our students know how to work with other people to make a change, and 68% understand how to make a policy change in their communities.
So, and it also gives them self-confidence, I would
Absolutely.
imagine. Yeah, a big boost, and that civic engagement is so important.
They learn they don't have to wait to make changes. And, our program is really focused around the youth get to pick the issues that they're working on. So they're working on things that really matter to them, and they're working on it now. It's not something they have to wait until they're adults to be able to create changes in their communities.
Millennials are all about making changes. They they would take lesser pay if they could make a difference in the world.
Yeah.
And I guess my son's age would be, I think they call him Gen Z. So I think that would be wonderful to teach them at such a young age.
Right.
How can I get him involved?
So our programming is mostly through the classroom, and so generally in science and social studies classrooms. And so if educators or we also work sometimes with other local watershed organizations, if they're interested in bringing our programming into their classrooms or their programming, they can check out our website at earthforce.org.
Okay, so the schools have to bring you into
We work with a
school?
lot of individual teachers. I mean,
Great.
in some places we work at kind of the district level, but we actually do a lot of work with individual educators who are just interested in giving their students that kind of real world opportunity for their kids to do something.
Well, that's exciting. Thank you for all the work you do.
Thank you.
Very positive impact. Earth Force is an exciting program making a positive impact on Colorado's environment with hands-on projects and experiences. Learn about the Colorado River Watch Project online and look into Earth Force for your student. Visit earthforce.org.